I mean, there's literally no laughing it off at this point. There's no laughing it off. There's no anything. None of that. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of like, at what point do we just accept that this team sucks? Because I'm getting so infuriated with people trying to hold out hope. I get it. I get it. If you could be optimistic, fine. I'm not gonna stop you. You be you. But I'm at the point where I've seen enough. I've seen enough. When are the excuses going to end? When are we just going to write them off? Because holy crap, you just lost a series to the St. Louis Cardinals, who are the worst team in the National League. Mets lose 8-7 to the Cardinals, losing the series. I can't. I can't even fathom that the Mets are this bad. Like, going into the year, shame on me for having high expectations, but even if I said going into the year, they were like, everybody would have felt they're a wild card team. Holy crap, did we maybe overrate this team? Because what's the excuse? What's the excuse? It's still early? Still early. Still early. It's the middle of June. There's no, it's still early excuse. Health? The team's healthy. Spare me Jose Quintana, who sure maybe would have made a difference in this game since Carlos Carrasco sucks. But outside of Quintana, this team's healthy. There's no excuse. There's none. This is just who they are. And it's bad. It's just bad. And you have to just question how many players are underachieving right now, how many overachieved last year. Like, I can't even gather if some players are underachieving or if they just overachieved like crazy last year and raised the bar so high for themselves that, and this is just who they really are. Because Jeff McNeil, where are you? Where are you? Starling Marte, I can't find anywhere. I can't find these guys. Adam Ottavino? Where's the guy from last year? And it's one thing if these guys were somewhat in the middle and they had a slight drop off, but are we just going to sit here and pretend that a below 700 OPS for Jeff McNeil is okay? I mean, Starling Marte, forget about it. Forget about it. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm just in the heat of the moment, but it's just unwatchable baseball at this point. It is. It is. And I don't even know what to say or where to begin. Because I have no desire to go in order of this ball game. Because as shocking as maybe, stop me if you heard this movie before. Carlos Carrasco let up a run in the first inning. Never been done before, but right? It's just a lock on the sports book every single time. Every fifth day he goes out there to pitch. It's a lock on the sports book for the opposing team to score first and score in the first inning. It's just a lock. And the Mets even answered in the bottom of the first with a Lindor home run. Then Carrasco surrenders a bunch of runs. Bottom of the second, the Mets respond yet again. Yet again, they respond to cut it to a one-run ball game. Huge triple from Eduardo Escobar. Huge double from Brandon Nimmo. Tried to stretch it to a triple. Got gunned out, but still. And then Carrasco gets 2 outs in the third. Allows a home run to Paul DeJong because it was inevitable. Another thing that was a lock on the sports book was him hitting a home run this series. And Mets again made it a 1-run ball game in the fourth. Canna with an RBI single. Jordan Walker with a home run in the fifth because John Curtis is not good. Tommy Pham hits a 2-run home run to tie the game. And then Adam Ottavino in the ninth lets up a home run to Nolan Arenado. And it was just not happening. You can't even give Buck the benefit of the doubt today. Because I couldn't end up watching towards the end of this game, and I'm looking now, and this is just making me livid. Why the fuck did David Robertson come in for the bottom of the order, and then Adam Ottavino face the middle? Why? Why? Oh my god. Oh my god. How do you justify that? How? How do you justify that? Because at first when I saw, I didn't even look yet. I didn't even look until just this moment while making the video of what happened there. I saw David Robertson was in the eighth. I'm like, okay, I figured he's facing the middle of the order. Ottavino let up a home run to the bottom of the order. Whatever. At least Buck did the right thing. He put David Robertson in against the bottom of the order. And then put Ottavino in against the middle. Guys, what's the excuse? How? How does that happen? How does Buck figure that's a good idea? God. Wow. I just can't even believe. I can't even believe that bad of a managerial decision happened. And Jordan Hicks came to pitch the ninth. Like, was he even locating his stuff today? Because that dude's usually all over the place. But this team is something else. This team is just, it's truly like none other. I'm trying to figure out where to go with this because I don't know. I don't. In a game where the Mets got 7 runs, they only got 6 hits. Like, how is it that in a game you score 7 runs, 3 of the players go 0-4? McNeil, I guess you could give a slight pass because he walked and got hit by a pitch, but Alonso, yeah, welcome back to the lineup, by the way, buddy. Nice 0-4 with 3 strikeouts in the Bucks. Alvarez 0-4. He's not playing next game. At least the Mets did one thing right. They set Mark Vientos down because he did not deserve to be on this team with how much. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it because of his performance. I'm saying that he doesn't deserve to be treated the way he has been by this organization. And the fact that they've just completely alienated him. And then also, Brett Beatty goes 2-4 yesterday. Let's sit him the next day. I don't give a flying fuck that there was a lefty on the mound. I don't. Couldn't give a flying fuck because Jeff McNeil has not performed well enough. At least going into this game, he has not been good enough. I know he didn't have the worst day, and it would have changed the outcome. Don't get it twisted. But I don't give a rat's ass. There was no excuse to not play Beatty today. There wasn't. There wasn't an excuse. I don't want to hear that a lefty was on the mound. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't. You look at the guy that has been performing, Brett Beatty, not necessarily performing great, but he performed last game versus the guy who's been struggling in Jeff McNeil. And you figure, yeah, let's put Jeff McNeil in the lineup instead. Right. Right. And then Marte 0 for 5. Sorry, you had 4 guys go 0 for today. Not 3. Sorry, Marte 0 for 5. Isn't that great? When we thought he was heating up. Brandon Nimmo was the only guy with multiple hits in this game. In a game where they scored 7 runs. And then you had fielding errors at the wazoo today. I mean, they can't even play defense. You have Eduardo Escobar on a routine grounder, sailing it over Alonso's head in the second inning. Again, it wouldn't have changed anything. The Cardinals still got a couple hits after, but it's not like they could even play defense now, this team. And then the other error was in the 7th. I was looking for the other. And that was on Pete. Nice. Nice. What is there to say? Like, what is left to say? Outside of the fact that, like, I just refuse to believe that the Mets are this bad. Refuse. I thought, like I said, I thought at worst going into the year, they'd be competing for a wild card spot, but we're at the point where it's like, I can't even defend them in any regard. I really can't. There's nothing to defend. Minus 21 run differential on the year now. Cardinals are no longer the worst team in the National League, by the way, thanks to the Mets. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I mean, the group of teams that we're entering right now in the standings is just sad. You just see the Cubs above you, knocking on the door behind you a bit. Well, not knocking on the door behind you. They're a bit far off, but you have the Rockies and Nationals below you. They're a little far off, but won't be too far if they keep losing like this. By the way, did I mention that the Mets get to play the Astros next? If you thought this was going to get better in any regard. Nah, the Mets play the Astros next. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. When's the last time the Mets got a win against the Astros? Oh, it's a 3-game set, too. It's not even a 2-game set. Oh, my God. They're going to get the shit kicked out of them. Oh, my God. I'd love to know now when the last time the Mets beat the Astros was. Let's see if I could quickly find that out for you guys. The last time the Mets beat the Astros, because it sure as hell feels like it's been a very long time. But maybe it hasn't. They got swept last year in both 2-game sets. They got swept in 2017. And 2014 was the last time that the Mets beat the Houston Astros. So if they don't win a single game against the Astros this series, we are about to enter a territory where the Mets will go a decade without beating the Astros unless the Mets somehow, some way meet them in the World Series. I couldn't even get to that without laughing. Oh my God, this is awful. It's been since 2014. Wow. And they won a series against them. The last time they won a series before 2014 against the Astros was or a season. Yeah, series against the Astros was actually not too far back, 2012. But if you go all the way to a season series, the last time before 2014 was 2010, where they beat them 4 out of 7 times. Oh wow. Oh, the Mets. And then who's after that? Philadelphia. Yeah, we'll sweep them, get our hopes up, right? Because we just have the Phillies number. At least we could hang our hats on that. We always beat the Phillies. But no beating the 2023 St. Louis Cardinals. Truly at a loss for words. Um, so not even off day either. Like oh my, oh, we can't even get an off day. All right, well, uh, a podcast will be sometime soon, maybe tomorrow. If I could get that going, I'll try. But let's hope they could beat the Astros, right? Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on your notifications so you know when we upload or go live next. Here on Mets Central, or since I can't spell it, Mets Central, like it says above me. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. This team is ruining my life.